Formula One and pressure go hand in hand, and whether you are a 7-time world champion going for your 8th title, or a rookie racing at the back of the grid and trying to live up to massive expectations, every driver in their own different way will be under some kind of pressure. So in this video, I'm going to be going through 5 drivers who I think in 2021 are really under the pressure more than anyone else to either save their seat or beat their teammate. And I must say, guys, that this is not ranked from 1 to 5, this is just 5 drivers, because again, it's very difficult to rank these things and each driver is going through such specific circumstances. So yes, guys, let's get into this one and check out the 5 drivers who are most under pressure in 2021. When racing for Mercedes, I think it's fair to say that the pressure is always on to perform and maintain the ridiculously high standards that the team just keeps setting year on year. For Valtteri, however, 2021 is going to be a real make or break year, because whilst in the past the team have been comfortable knowing that even if Bottas might not be the guy to always deliver them the title, they've always had Lewis to depend on, and Valtteri at the very least would do a solid job in scoring podiums and the odd win. However, with Lewis only signing a 1-year extension, with George Russell waiting in the wings for that phone call from Toto Wolff, and along with the other 17 drivers who I'm sure would also love to be in that Mercedes, this season Bottas really needs to show that he can take his game to another level and challenge Lewis Hamilton for that world title, and that he isn't just an expendable second driver. Especially now looking at how competitive Red Bull look right out of the gate, I don't think finishing second for Valtteri will cut it if he wants to stay at Mercedes if Lewis decides to continue beyond 2021. George Russell is right there and he is aiming for Valtteri's seat, and Valtteri needs to deliver this season. Now, before we move on to the next driver, I do have some very exciting news, which is that, ladies and gentlemen, your boy Aldas has got himself a sponsor for this video, so I just want to take a quick moment to thank Surfshark VPN. Now, Surfshark is a virtual private network which is available as an easy-to-use app and browser extension. It allows you to protect your location by placing your laptop or phone anywhere in the world and access the internet as if you were in another country. Now, there are numerous benefits to this, not least of which, by the way, is safety and privacy. But one of the most common uses, for example, is if there is a Netflix show that isn't available in your country, then you can use Surfshark legally and safely to change your location, which then allows you to watch the shows that are available in other countries. Surfshark also has other benefits like cleaning the web and blocking those annoying ads that you see when you're browsing, which is actually my personal favorite feature because it just silently works in the background, making your life easier without you even noticing. Now, these are just a few of the benefits of Surfshark amongst many others, and if you are interested, then follow the link at the top of the description and use my code ALDAS to get 83% off and an extra 3 months for free. Now, on top of all of that, with Surfshark, you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk in trying it out. It's a really great deal that will benefit you and will also help the channel as well. So once again, thank you again to Surfshark. Giovinazzi is one of those drivers that I have a hard time talking about because secretly I actually really like Gio. I think not only is he an interesting looking guy, I mean he's not the Italian Jesus for nothing, but I also think that he has a cool personality and adds something different to the grid. However, despite all of that, Gio just has not been good enough, and although he wasn't bad and did improve in 2020, he was still outclassed by his much older teammate Kimi Räikkönen. Now, the problem for Gio is that he's just a very middle-of-the-road driver, someone who can have his moments, but someone who lacks the consistency and star power to really carry a team as the #1 driver. There were already questions over whether or not he was going to be kept on in 2021, but Alfa Romeo actually confirmed that one of the main reasons why Gio was kept on was because Alfa Romeo, the brand, wanted to maintain an Italian driver at the team. And so if the only reason you're kept left on is because you're Italian and not an exceptional driver, that is when we have a problem. And with fast and hungry juniors like Calamile or Robert Schwartzman waiting in the wings to take his seat, if he gets beaten and outclassed by Kimi for a third season in a row, then honestly, as much as I like Gio, I don't think he really deserves a place on the grid, and I think Alpha might have to look at getting a younger and more exciting driver to push the team forward. Now, in stark contrast to Gio, Perez is a driver under a completely different type of pressure. I don't think he's necessarily under pressure to hang on to his seat because there are loads of young drivers and loads of people waiting in the wings to jump into Red Bull, and fundamentally, he doesn't have to be his teammate like Gio does to stay at Red Bull for 2022. For Sergio, the pressure will come mostly from the fact that Red Bull finally look like genuine title challengers, and that means that he will need to adapt quickly and start not just playing the number 2 role at Red Bull, but he will need to step his game up and be able to beat Max and the other 2 Mercedes. He can't just be the number 2 driver, he has to be the main guy on quite a few weekends. The other reason why Sergio is a driver under pressure is because people are going to use his season, and in fact are already doing it right now before we've even had our very first race, to judge what exactly has been going on at Red Bull for the past 2 years, and if Checo continues the trend of not being able to get anywhere near Max like Pierre and Alex did before him, then major questions are going to be asked of Red Bull, and Sergio could see himself out of the team after only 1 season. It's going to be a very big year for Sergio, finally at a top team that is capable of race wins, but with so much pressure from the media, the team, and the fans, who are basically some of them looking for Sergio to fail so that it validates their criticisms of Red Bull, Sergio Perez is under pressure to deliver fast. Now, I've spoken about Seb a lot over the past year, and especially in the build-up to the 2021 season. After his horrible last season with Ferrari in 2020, he will be looking to rejuvenate his career at Aston Martin and hopefully start on a road that could maybe one day see the team challenge for world titles. Make no mistake, however, Seb hasn't been brought in to deliver solid results. He has been brought in to use his experience of winning races and championships to take the team and the organization as a whole to the next level, and on the track deliver exceptional results like podiums, which is the job of a star driver. The pressure for Seb will be in the fact that throughout last year there was a lot made of the fact that he clearly was lacking in confidence and self-belief, which was compounded with a difficult car that he struggled to adapt to. Now in 2021 the pressure is on for Seb. He's got the right environment around him, and by all accounts the car also should be more to his liking. He needs to show that the old Seb is still in there, show why he is a 4-time world champion, and show that he can still bounce back and once again become the leader and number 1 undisputed driver of a team. If he doesn't, if he crumbles under the pressure and potentially gets beaten by Stroll in 2021, then as I have mentioned previously on my channel, I think there will be a lot of unavoidable questions that are going to be asked when it comes to his F1 legacy. We've heard all of the noise and all of the reasons why he struggled over the past years. Well, now it's time to deliver. Last up, we have Esteban Ocon. Now, although last year he had the comfort of knowing that on his return to F1, the expectations would be a little bit lowered, the fact that he got dominated by Ricciardo by the margin that he did means that in 2021 he's got to be more competitive, especially now with the tables being turned and having a teammate who hasn't been in F1 for the past 2 years. The other problem for Esteban, aside from the on-track challenges of needing to deliver in that very competitive midfield for Alpine against the likes of Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren, or Leclerc and Sainz at Ferrari, is that it really does feel like the Sharks are circling around his 2022 drive, with the likes of Pierre Gasly looking to leave AlphaTauri and find a new team. This is going to be a big year for Esteban, and the pressure is really on his shoulders. His seat is far from safe at Alpine. He's now the experienced driver at the team, and on top of all of that, he's gone from from being teammates with Daniel Ricciardo to being teammates with Fernando Alonso. The thing is, we know how great Esteban can be, and I genuinely want to see him return to the levels that he was at in 2018 when he was one of the quickest drivers in qualifying, exceptional when the conditions got wet, and genuinely looked like he could potentially challenge for a Mercedes seat. Despite what many people think, I actually really like Esteban Ocon, and I want him to deliver because a lineup of Ocon and Alonso at their absolute best is honestly one of the strongest lineups on the field. Similar to what I said with Seb, I know the old Ocon is still in there, and it's just about using that pressure to prove people wrong and prove that he is the driver that Alpine should back for the future. So guys, there you go. That is my 5 drivers under pressure going into 2021. Now let me know all of your thoughts, guys, in the comments box below in terms of what you think of the list, and also who do you think is really under pressure to perform and maybe even save their seat in 2021. Now, as I said earlier in the video, a huge thank you to Surfshark VPN. Don't forget to check out the link at the top of the description and use my code Aldas to get 83% off and an extra 3 months free as well. And of course, don't forget that there is a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So once again, thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, then don't forget to drop a like and smash that subscribe button as well. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.